Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Thanks for coming. We got a important job to do tonight. This is like the second time I've streamed alone ever, so bear with me if I'm weird and stuff. But we have important work to do. We're gonna be documenting vital information for future generations of stuff that I'm pretty sure has never been cataloged before. So I'm glad you're here for it. Some could say we're making history. I'm not going to say that, but you could say that, I guess, if you wanted to. Should I play music? I might play music. And if you're there, say something. Let me know you're there. Let me know that I sound good. I don't even know if my shit is working. And let me know if that's a good volume for the music. We got Matt Arnett in the house. El Chewy Gringo, aka Big Chew. Primetime DJ Shine. We got Orc. Ben Grimm. The Man Dream Emulator's here. What's up, everybody? We got Big BA Brandon Autry. We're not talking decades. This is very like across the board, but also like I tried to rein it in a little bit so we're not here for like 2 weeks, you know? I tried the best I could to compress everything into like reasonable categories. Some things you'll see as we go along. Some things I like left kind of individually, and some things I kind of lumped into groups. I put a lot of work into this, hours of work. That's not true, but I mean, I put some work into it, and I think I did okay. We got Retro Ryan. What's up? But yeah, this is not decades of snacks. This is just snacks in general. This is a live stream. Stream is waiting for the box sale tomorrow. With the Scribes of Infinity, for sure. Moon pies. Yeah. I mean, I'm not good at a lot of things, but I'm very good at snacking. I'm going to try to, because I'm going to take suggestions too. If you really want something on the list that I left out, we can talk about it. All right, let's pull up the Slasher on Video very official tier list. Also, a lot of work went into making this tier list exactly how I wanted it. I wanted S through E, because the way I see it, C is middle of the road, guys. C is like, it's fine. You're not like enjoying yourself a lot, but you're not like pissed off or anything. If it's there, it's like good enough. Below that's D, it's like not great. And then E is trash. And then going back up, B is like above par. Like it's pretty good. A is like delicious. And then S is like, you know, next level shit. It moves mountains. It's like your go-to if you have the choice. Ben's all about the cream pies, as usual. This is definitive. I mean, YouTube's pretty big, but I think this is the first late night snack tier list. I'm sure somebody's done one, but it won't be as good as this one. I can assure you of that. Well, that's where we're gonna stay away from like specifics usually. Like I have lumped stuff into categories. You'll see as we go along. Some things I did leave individual, but we can, there's always conversation to be had. If you think something deserves an individual spot, we can talk about it. We'll try to fit it in there somewhere. And I guess we'll start it off. We'll just start off with like, what should we start it off with? This is a good one to start with. Vegetables. This could be carrots, celery. Somebody's got some little sliced up red peppers there. This is one of the lamer ones, so we'll get it out of the way. And I don't know what you guys think, but I would say this is the definition of C. I can understand if you hate vegetables. I don't hate vegetables. They're like, okay, if you get used to them and you get a little ranch cup or something. I didn't mean to set that there. Hold on, that might happen a few times here and there. But yeah, you get a little ranch cup. It's not bad. You also have the added bonus of knowing you're eating healthy. So yeah, you have a dip. I mean, unless you're just like, I mean, if we're talking you don't have dip, it goes down a little bit. I'm assuming you have dip. There's got to be something in your refrigerator. Everybody's got a bottle of at least like ranch and ketchup, right? I don't think you want to eat ketchup with it necessarily, but you know, if it's all you got, maybe. You've got to have dip, ranch or blue cheese. I couldn't answer that for you, brother. That's something you got to look inward for. That's probably true. Mushrooms and onions. Are you talking like, are you sauteing them in a pan? You can't just be eating like raw ass onions, right, Daniel? That would be horrible. This is true, but also sometimes these late night snacks are an all you've got in the fridge situation too. Or like if you're on a diet, you know, and you've already filled out your calories, this might be your only option. I mean, hey man, I'm not gonna hate on you. I have bitten into raw onions before. I like onions, but I don't know if I could eat a whole like snack tray of them. I don't know. I mean, if you had ranch goes a long way. I'm sure if you had ranch, it would be a lot more tolerable. But yeah, I don't see any argument for. Hold on a second. I don't see any argument for C. Everybody seems to agree with me there, so that's where she'll go. All right, what should we hit next? Here's another middle tier boy for me. Some people might like it more though. We got some ramen. I think ramen is really common because you can just keep it in your shelf for like 1,000 years and it'll always just be there waiting to be boiled. I don't know though. Like, see, we already have the scent. That's the problem, because I would say that it might be B. This is just for me. Unless you're like going all out, if you've got like hot sauce or like a slice of cheese in it, maybe that steps it up. Daniel digs the raw onions for sure. Yeah, middle of the road, but above veggies is where I would put it too. We got B. Gourmet restaurant ramen is not what we're talking about. We're talking about good old Maruchan, dry brick of ramen with a powder bag in it. Ramen has a surprisingly low shelf life. I just learned something. I figured maybe I should throw away all the old ass ramen I have. We got more B's. We'll stick it in B. It's for sure either C or B for me. But we'll put it with B. All right, next we're gonna go with a heavy hitter thing. We'll just throw out there sandwich. This is one that I lumped into just category of sandwich. We're not gonna differentiate. You know, you could have PB&J like pictured here. Or you could have grilled cheese, just cheese, turkey. You get the picture. Yeah. I do the exact same thing, and it's not even just the sodium. It's like the taste is too strong, in my opinion, if you use the whole packet. My favorite flavor is Oriental. The name has since changed because that's offensive or whatever, I guess. So now I think it's called soy sauce, but that was always, chicken was always what was in the house when I was a kid. Chicken's like the runaway favorite, I'm pretty sure. Daniel thinks it's a C, but the people have already spoken. We got it in B. Sandwich, we got A, S tier. This one's a little tricky because I think it really depends on the effort you put into it. Like if you just make a cheese sandwich versus like a grilled cheese sandwich, I mean, the grilled cheese could easily go into S tier. And that is kind of where it gets a little tricky sometimes when I'm making these categories, because like sandwiches vary, and you could have a fucking sandwich that goes in E category easy. But let's just say this is your favorite simple sandwich that you're making using things that are just usually in your fridge, like a cheese sandwich or a PB&J. A hot dog could be lumped in with sandwich for sure. If somebody wanted to make the argument that it isn't lumped in with that, then yeah, but I mean, we can lump it in for sure because it is meat between bread. Level of effort. Exactly. Yeah, they changed it to soy sauce. For a while, I thought that they had discontinued it, and I was a little sad. I don't have a preference with peanut butter. I don't think. We grew up with Peter Pan and Jif, but I think it's all, to me, relatively the same. I do go crunchy though. If given the option, I always go crunchy. I'm not gonna turn down smooth peanut butter necessarily, but I'm buying crunchy. That sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm kind of hungry, so this stream is probably gonna kill me as it goes on. But yeah, I would say put it in A. We got another A. Grilled cheese or grilled ham and cheese. That should almost get its own. That should be, we should differentiate like a sandwich versus, like a grilled cheese is almost like a panini kind of, right? Once you put butter on something and fry it in a pan, we'll differentiate those, because yeah, we're going to put sandwiches in A. Hold on. All right, we're going to put sandwiches in A. And circle back to grilled cheese if we have time. We got McHorror in the house. What's up? Peanut butter and cheese sandwiches? I don't know about that. That doesn't sound great. Yeah, I'm saved. We'll throw in like a spoonful of peanut butter if you want to. I marked it earlier. I'm gonna go back and like look through some of these comments I've marked. Matt likes Jif, but Skippy's good too. HEB and Peter Pan. I don't know what HEB is. I don't think we have that around here. Daniel insists that hot dog has to be separate. You can't eat cold bread? Like ever? Sometimes it's better, man. Sometimes you're in the mood for that. I mean, maybe you're not, but I am. Like sometimes I don't get my sandwich toasted if I'm at Jimmy John or Subway or whatever, you know? Yeah, I know the struggle meal situation. I get that for sure. But yeah, we're going off the basis that late night is low effort. So we're just going to put sandwich in A. This I would actually debate falls under just veggie. And PB would be the dip. That's what I'm going to go with on that. If you think differently, let me know. Hot dogs are called glizzies also. The youngsters call them glizzies. All right. Next, we'll go with a pretty basic one, I think. Candy. Just candy. This is a bag of peanut M&Ms, but we're talking Snickers, Reese's, fucking Mr. Goodbar, anything like that. And if you think these are too broad, I get it. I am kind of trying to, one, avoid being here forever, like I said earlier, and two, like, we can revisit that in later ranking streams. Because I do plan on doing some of these. And like, you know, we can't run through every type of candy on here because then I wouldn't have a candy stream later. You feel me? So yeah, we got S, A, S. And yeah, I would kind of agree that if you've got your favorite candy or one of your favorite candies, I agree that it could easily go into S. My candy of choice would be Reese's naturally, peanut M&Ms, or like a fruity candy like I love Airheads. And if I had to pick between those and put them on a tier list, they would go S. So I'm going to say that works. Halloween's coming up, boys. I'm already starting to feel it. I'm trying to hold off until at least like August. But I'm supposed to start working to set up the Halloween store next week. So we'll see how far that goes. What are you accompanying with candy, Cliff? Like a side? You eat candy as a side item? Because that's kind of crazy, bro. Matt, I gotta tell you, brother, candy corn. I have a stream about candy corn. If you want to go back and see, but I don't think you'll be happy. Because I'm not too fond of candy corn. Peanut butter M&Ms, anything peanut butter is good. Peanut butter candy is usually the best candy. We got S. And then speaking of this, we'll go ahead and break it out as the next one, I guess. I am going to say chips. This is a category chips. It could be Doritos. It could be Ruffles. It could be pickle flavored, sour cream and onion, whatever. Chips is a category. And I think this one's kind of easy for everybody, right? I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me here. S tier. S tier. That's a good outlook, man. I like that outlook. It's a good way to look at it. Pixie sticks. I would try. I would take a bite. I've always thought to myself, I would take a bite of that. Just to see. Honey O's are delicious. And the black and orange candies are delicious. I will say, though, that I think the reason you might think they're bad, and it's a valid argument, is that it gets stuck in your teeth. And I will agree with that. That's a pain in the ass. But I kind of like them. I think because they're such... Like with the orange and black candy, I think it's just a nostalgia thing. If I ate them outside of context, I would probably think they're garbage. But they've always been there. So I think that's what's up with that. SS. Yeah, I don't think this is much of a argument. If you've got a bag of Doritos, you've got yourself a night. So it is going firmly in S. Locked in. See, I like crispy Cheetos. I've never had baked Cheetos. Are they good? It almost feels like they would be dry. I don't know. That's just a speculation on my part. Yeah. Old, like the 90s, anytime you have like 90s packaging, it's almost always better than modern packaging. Cool Ranch is the best for sure. They do still sell combos and they're still delicious. And that'll be lumped in with chips too, I think, like pretzels, combos. That's still chips, right? Banana chips. I don't know where banana chips would fall. Would that be under fruits and vegetables or chips? They're the things we gotta figure out, guys. Spicy nacho is like, I love Cool Ranch, but spicy nacho I think is my actual favorite flavor because it's just like the fucking kind of original nacho cheese flavor with like like just enough spice to give it that little kick. It's fucking delicious. I agree with that. Yeah, you can find them in dollar stores and I recommend it. I love a good combo. Yeah, I mean, that matters. If it's like a close enough like replication to where you're satisfied and you're not like killing yourself, go for it. I love a good sun chip as well. I haven't eaten Pringles in a long time, but I used to love Pringles. I could bring up pizzeria chips, but I'm not going to. All right. Next, what should we go with? Here's a good one. It's this is chips adjacent, but it got its own little individual category. Nachos. And presumably in this situation, we're talking about ghetto nachos like this. I mean, you could have actual nacho cheese, but I never do. I'm always melting cheese over a plate of nachos in the microwave. Nachos gotta be next. I hope you said that before I dropped it. S tier, S tier. Favorite snack bar. I would love to go to a fucking nacho bar. I don't know if I've ever been to one. I've been to like buffets that have nacho fixins. But yeah. S tier. Melted over ghetto style, baby. That's the way you do it. Ghetto nachos might be what kill me. Oh yeah. All right, that was easy. We know where nachos are going. I'm trying to make these a little more like samey, but locked in, baby. Locked in. S is filling up. I think it's because, like, if you take meals, you've got breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and late night snack. Late night snack is the coolest. Late night snack is where you're expected to eat the best garbage. So I think that's why we're running into a lot of S tiers here. It makes sense. It tracks. They're the most indulgent. And it's because we're all fat asses. I mean, that's a good move, Cliff. Fully melted with cheese and jalapeno. Most mind-altering substances will cause that, I think. All right, where are we at? Let's move on to the next one. What should it be? I got one. That bottom of the list is looking pretty empty right now, so I'll pull this one out. TV dinner. I'm hoping there's not much disagreement on this one. This is a Swanson Kids Fun Feast, but we could be talking about any TV dinner. We could be talking about Swanson, Hungry Man, Salisbury steak, spaghetti and meatballs. This is Roaring Ravioli. It's got a cool little lion right there and some brownie. Okay. Some TV dinners are good. Oh no. B? Uh-oh. I feel like, oh man. A and B, guys, I thought this was going to be at the bottom. This is where we have to really figure out if this is a dictatorship or a democracy. Because, like, hold up. Some TV dinners are good, but they're only good for a TV dinner. They're never, like, on par with real food. Right? And see, I don't know, man. It really depends. I mean, sometimes I guess a TV dinner can hit, but like, I don't know, man. I would almost rather eat ramen or veggies over a TV dinner. Now, see, there is a trick though with the brownie. If you eat the brownie before the TV dinner, or you like take it out and set it to the side for later, it's ice cream. I don't know how many people know that, but that's a fact, Jack. If you eat a frozen TV dinner brownie, it tastes pretty much like ice cream, or at least it did when I was a kid. Depends on the brand. You know what you're getting. We got Bon Bon. Bon Bon is up late in Ireland. Well, I appreciate the kind words, Bon Bon. Flash your home Iron Fist. I don't know, man. This is where I was kind of hoping that there wouldn't be these clashes, because I don't know how much my word supersedes the chat. I can't be a dictator. TV dinner over ramen. That does sound delicious. Me and Daniel are agreeing. D tier. Because, like, a frozen dinner is always a worse version. Like this. Take this for example. This is roaring ravioli. Why the fuck are you gonna get frozen microwave ravioli? The perfect ravioli exists, and it's arguably easier to make than this because it's already room temp. You can zap it for a minute. This thing you've got to put in the mic for like 5 to 8 minutes, and it's not going to taste nearly as good. That's my argument. I'm pretty passionate about it. And I will say, like, when you're getting into Boston Market, and I mean, I know they even make like fancy ass freeze dried like frozen meals now that are like fucking delicious. And I know that Gordon Ramsay has a little bit of a above par frozen food like line or whatever now. But I don't know, man. We've got like quite a few S and A and B tiers, and me and Daniel are holding out in the DE area. What's up, Bog? I mean, beer's a beverage. I guess if it's all you've got, it could be a meal. It's got a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of vitamins and minerals, right? That's how beer works. I tell you what, I'll mark it. We might circle back to it. No way it's worse than veggies? I don't know, man. I kind of disagree. I think that depends on how you feel about veggies. I can understand people who hate veggies. What's next to Doritos is M&M's and nachos. Orc. But they're ghetto nachos from the microwave, because that's probably what kind of nachos you're going to be eating late night. Move veggies to D and I'll accept C. Stick it in E. I like that. Fun fact, the slaves who built the pyramids lived off beer. And they were ripped. Probably. I don't know. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. This pains me. I'm gonna put it in B. I don't agree. Daniel doesn't agree. Everybody else seems to think that it's between B and S. And that's BS to me. Sorry. But yeah. I don't agree with that, but this is a community thing. I have to respect the council. So I'll put it in B, I guess. I just want you to know I disagree, though. He's been snacking on beer already. Chef Boyardee Beefaroni S tier. Hells yeah, nachos. Yeah, it's locked in. I put it in B. I'm not happy about it, but sometimes this is what happens when you're part of a democracy. You have to live with things you don't like. It's okay. I'll be good. I'm gonna make myself feel better here. I'm gonna pull out one of my favorites, and I know where it's going. Mac and cheese, frozen mac and cheese, which is different from TV dinner or frozen dinner, because this is mac and cheese. And specifically, if you get Stouffer's mac and cheese, it's almost as good as real mac and cheese. If you wanted to throw, I don't like powdered mac and cheese, like Kraft mac and cheese, but we can include that if you prefer it or like it or whatever. S plus 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 plus. A tier. Shells and cheese. Are you saying that if it's not shells, it goes to A? Democracy, man, it can be a bitch sometimes. Stouffer's makes some good shit. I've noticed that a lot of frozen food companies have their thing. Stouffer's is definitely mac and cheese. Banquet, though, makes ballin' ass fried chicken. It's like frozen, pre-cooked fried chicken. If you throw it on a pan and cook it in the oven, it's fucking really good. Everybody's got their thing. Well, not all of them have a thing, but the ones that have a thing, pretty good. And no, not just frozen. If you want to throw in some like homemade, you want to go with Kraft mac and cheese, We're just talking mac and cheese. For me, it's always gonna be Stouffer's frozen mac and cheese, large size, right here, this exact box. And again, I differentiated. It's not a frozen dinner, even though it is. It's mac and cheese. That's different for me, homie. Solid B? Yeah, bang for fried chicken. If you know that secret. Well, this is a late night snack meal, though. I feel like you're playing with different rules. Like, what's that new thing that I think it's over now, but that girl dinner thing? It's like that, where it's just like, you eat whatever the fuck you want, like, mashup of crazy stuff. Like, that's kind of late night snack territory. You can have like Doritos is a late night snack. Like, the whole meal is just Doritos. So democracy thrives on semantics. You're not wrong. Mac and cheese, same as Salisbury and potatoes. Well, I got a couple S's, a couple A's, I think a B. Let's go on an S, guys. Mac and cheese. Oh, baby. If you get a box of mac and cheese and you warm it up on the right night, it's like heaven. It's exactly what you want. So I'm putting it in S. All right. Hungry enough to make a great value jalapeno bacon frozen pizza? Should we go there? Since it got brought up, I mean, we might as well. We'll go for it. Frozen pizza. This should be the finale, but also that would be a little anticlimactic because I think we know where this is going as well. I picked a Totino's for the example, but you know, it can be from Totino's to DiGiorno's or anywhere in between. Something better than DiGiorno's even, as long as it's a frozen pizza. S tier, of course. I'll kind of buy some time and see what else people are saying, but I don't think this is going below S. I mean, well, here's the thing with me, though. I have this conversation with a friend a lot. Even Totino's, which is, I think, objectively the worst frozen pizza, I'm still going to like it because it's a frozen pizza. I don't expect anything but fake cheese on a cracker with meat cubes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I signed up for when I bought it. I grew up with it. Totino's specifically. I grew up with Totino's, Red Baron, Tombstone, and those are kind of like trash, but it's the kind of trash I like because it is like, it's like comfort food. It was like when you were a kid, man, you weren't getting a fucking stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. It just wasn't gonna happen. So like, you're up late, a movie comes on. If you've got a Totino's in the fridge, your night just got way better because you're having a little miniature pizza party by yourself. It's not sad at all. S tier. Lots of matzah. Lately, I've been digging Screaming Sicilian for a long time. But also there's one called Motor City. I think it's Motor City Pizza Co. And let me tell you guys, if you haven't tried that pizza, you need to. Because it's so close to not being frozen pizza. It's like an inch away from being like Little Caesars. It's really good shit. I'm pretty sure it's Motor City Pizza Co. But yeah, check that out. Pizza rolls is separate. I did differentiate pizza rolls. Or, well, I put it in a different subcategory. You're not wrong, Bon Bon. I mean, shit. I thought that frozen dinner was going in like D at least. And I don't know if I do have anything that'll go below C on the list left. We'll see though. Walmart breakfast. I mean, the Walmart deli pizza is just good. Tombstone. Tombstone's a classic. Red Baron's a classic. Jack's and Tony's and stuff like that are like a rung below Tombstone, I'd say. Yeah, it's good shit. The Motor City Pizza Co. pizza. The Stranger Things pizza. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not as good. I would almost swear, because like, remember they used to be round? And you know they fucked you with geometry. That square, it took a little bit off and you just know it did. And then now I think, because back in the day they were like, what, 79 cents? And now, I'm not sure exactly, but I think they're like closer to like $3 now. And also, I think the qualities went down a little bit too. But it is like a familiar thing with me. I do kind of like enjoy it almost separately from pizza completely. Like its own thing. It's rare, but sometimes I do just want a Totino's. Chewy, I highly recommend it. It's a bitch, man. It's a bitch. Alright, but yeah. I haven't seen any arguments. This is naturally going in S tier. I'm not necessarily putting these in like an order here, but I mean, it would probably be like numero uno for me, because it's, I mean, for me, I think of it when I think of a late night snack, like first usually. Like, do I have a frozen pizza? And then from there, I start looking for my options. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it used to be 79 cents. My mom would buy stacks of those things because it was like dirt cheap meal that I could like cook for myself. I remember those 3-minute microwave pizzas. I'm gonna not go on a tangent, but when I was a kid, there was this pizza that was called Pizza My Way Pizza. It was from Save-A-Lot. And that was the best frozen pizza ever. It was a trash pizza like Totino's, but it had the circle pepperonis that curled up into little grease cups. It was so good. And I can barely find any evidence of their existence. I guess because it was a Save-A-Lot brand. But every once in a while I'll think about those pizzas. They were called Pizza My Way pizzas. And they were so fucking good. I mean, Jack's is that's that good, like, middle tier budget one. I'll usually go for a Tombstone if I'm in that area, but Jack's is not a bad. Jack's and Tony's, Tombstone, Red Baron, they're all roughly in the same area. I don't know if I've ever heard of Lots of Matza. I'll keep an eye out for it though. I'm always down to try a new frozen pizza. Pepperoni nipple cups, baby. And with that one, Bog Zombie says he's a leftover pizza or pizza roll guy. So with that one, we'll pull it out. This is its own slightly separate category. Where'd it go? It is pizza flavored frozen finger foods. I differentiated that from pizza and from frozen finger food. Because by far, there's the most of these. There's like pizza flavored finger foods of all kinds. Hold on a second. At one point in the 2000s, Tombstone had a cheese bread ring. I do not remember cheese bread rings from Tombstone. Here's where we're gonna have another slight disagreement, chat. I'm seeing S tier, it's crack, S tier, A or S. I would actually argue that it should go in B. The reason I say this is because look, I've always loved these things, okay? Bagel bites, pizza rolls. I mean, they were like that cool thing that when you got, it felt special. But as an adult revisiting them, they're not that good. And I think the culprit is the pizza sauce. Because the pizza sauce is like not even a sauce. It's like a pink gelatin that kind of tastes like oregano, but like not really. It mainly tastes like sugar. Big Chew agrees. It's more B tier. My argument is that, okay, let me pull this up. Okay, so like, pizza's great. Sandwich is real good. Veggies are bad. Bagel bites, man, they seem to line up, in my opinion, more with frozen TV dinner or ramen, is in like pretty good. I'm not hating it, especially in the late night like setting. But I might have to come off that a little bit because we're getting a lot of S's and A's. Yeah, that's a lot of this list. Like with Totino's, I like Totino's. It's got that same sauce, which like I said, I would argue, I think the qualities went down since we were kids. It's not the same sauce. It's like similar, but it's way more processed weirdness going on. This is not a scuffed list, Dork. This is the definitive tier list for snack foods that is going to be studied for ages. A does need some love. I've swayed some folks. I've brought Matt over to the other side. That's good. Yeah, I think these days we eat a lot of pink gelatin. Yeah, it's real noticeable, especially when you haven't had it for a long. Like, the perfect example is bagel bites, dude. I legit hadn't had bagel bites up until recently, since like the 90s, I don't think. And it came up in a stream, I think, or somewhere, and I like revisited them. And man, I didn't even want to fucking, like, I made like the 4 or whatever, and I didn't even want to finish them. And guys, that takes a lot for me because I love to eat and I love pizza, and I didn't want to finish the bagel bites, man. I think I did, but that's because I don't like to waste food. Takeout, delivery, frozen, bagel bites, pizza rolls, all easily S tier. I made Orca laugh. Yeah, man. It's just pink gelatin. Like, we started off made of stardust, and now we're all slowly becoming made of pink gelatin. I am gonna split the difference, guys. I know I said B. I think I got another B somewhere in there, and then I swayed Matt. So that's 3 B's, and then we had a bunch of S's, and so that I'm gonna reluctantly put it in the A tier, where it doesn't belong, beside this beautiful sandwich. And I hope you're happy. The best pizza topping, if you can only have one, I think it's equal between pepperoni and sausage. I think it's kind of what you're feeling that night. So if I had to pick one, probably pepperoni. I mean, that's not a very creative answer, but it's my truth. It's what I feel in my heart. Chips and salsa. I'm gonna mark that one because I would see that as different from just chips. We'll circle back to that one later. We got one for sausage. If there was a tier above S, it would have beer, cajal boiled peanuts, and edamame. I love edamame, dude. Like, I've had the dried ones are edamame too, right? But like the ones you get at like a Japanese restaurant with the soup, I could eat those all fucking day. They're so delicious. Okay, Chewy wants to say sausage, but it's pepperoni for him as well. And I guess this is another heavy hitter. We're breaking it out pretty early, about halfway through the list. But we'll bring it out. Cereal. I chose Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think that's the world's favorite cereal, right? Overall. I'm a Cinnamon Life guy myself. If I'm not eating that, I'm probably eating Cheerios. Around Halloween, I'll get like the real garbage. Mainly just for the box. But yeah, whatever you like, just project that one onto this box. We're talking cereal. Because late night cereal, I think this is a shoe-in too for the top of the list. Cocoa and Fruity Pebbles. Man, it's been a minute since I've had Cocoa Pebbles. I used to love that shit. I think that was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Wasabi peas are good. Daniel's talking about fucking jalapenos and onions again. In your cereal, man? Oh, I'm just fucking with you. S tier. CTC is S tier. S. Yeah, I mean, the problem with me is that cereal actively makes me feel like shit immediately after I eat it. Like, we got another Cinnamon Life fan in here. Cinnamon Life and Cheerios aren't that bad. But if I eat like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something like that, I feel like shit, dude. So, I don't eat it often, but if I do, it's usually going to be late night. It's going to be delicious. And I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I do prefer Cinnamon Life. If you haven't tried Cinnamon Life, I recommend it. You gotta buy the monster boxes around Halloween. Ooh, Waffle Crisp. Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran's good, man. I am a Frankenberry man myself. Fruity Pebs, Grape Nuts. I mean, there's so many good ones, guys. But yeah, we'll throw this. This one's an easy S. I don't think that was even a question. Grape Nuts, are those the like little pellets? I think those are the little pellets. It's like hamster food. They're good. I'm not saying they're not good. But they literally look like gerbil food or hamster food. All right, real quick, before we move on, I'm going to take a quick break. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back. You're probably right. Hey man, we love food. There's nothing wrong with that. It's necessary for survival. This is my best video ever. I mean, I think you just like food content, man. And like, you know, since I've started branching out, I find myself gravitating towards food a lot. So it might become more of a thing. No bagel bites. You don't belong in A tier. I'll never get over it. Oh, Tillamook makes a frozen pizza? Are you for real? Or are you saying, did you like put Tillamook on it, or do they make a frozen pizza? Because I want to try that. I appreciate you being here, brother. Tillamook makes cheese, right? I thought they made cheese. Sorry, I'm just gonna catch up real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything important. Mukbang sensation. Mukbangs, they're not, that's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna become a Nikocado avocado type dude, hopefully. Anyway. You never know, though. I'm gonna check that out, man, because I thought Tillamook made cheese. Okay, they do. And they have ice cream as well. And it's good cheese. I'm definitely gonna try that out. Alright, where are we at here? I'm gonna throw a weird one out here. This is one that's near and dear to my heart. I don't know how common it is, but this was a staple for me growing up. This is one of my favorite snack foods, especially late night. That's the good old cheese and cracker. Me specifically, I'm talking about saltines. I know a lot of people, I mean, you could go with any of your crackers, Triscuits, Club crackers, what the fuck ever. It's your world. I eat saltines with sliced cheese, like pre-sliced cheese, garbage cheese crackers. And I love them, man. There's something about them that it almost hits the same like taste buds as biscuits and gravy, I swear. If you get a saltine with like Kraft Deli American cheese on it. It doesn't taste like biscuits and gravy, but it hits the same. Like it's like a creamy, salty thing on a dry bread thing. I love cheese crackers, man. And if anybody talks shit about them, I'm gonna be pissed. Just letting you know that. And yeah, I mean, you can throw some meat in there. You could even do like turkey and crackers or ham and crackers too. I guess cracker, what would you even call them? Little cracker sandwiches. Which also, another question, do you do it sandwich style or like hors d'oeuvre style like this? Because I do like the hors d'oeuvre, the ghetto hors d'oeuvre. Just one cracker with a slice of cheese on it. We got cheese cracker love. That makes me happy. Oh yeah. Thank God. I was kind of worried that y'all might shit on cheese crackers. Butter on a cheese cracker, dude? Speaking of which, how you doing? WWLTD. Welcome. I've never done that, but that doesn't sound bad. All right. Well, then I'm sticking these in S tier, man. Because, like, so far, like, if we're talking order of, like, what I go through when I'm like, it's time for a late night snack, I hit, do I have a frozen pizza? And then I go directly to, do I have cheese and crackers? Swiss Colony. I don't know what that is. Is that one of those like fancy, like Pepperidge Farm type of kits you get or something? Because those are always good. Like the mail order cheese cracker and sausage kits with like the fancy ass mustard jar. Those are always top tier. That's a big thing. I like to eat those around Christmas time. When you're all cozy on the couch with like jams on and some socks under a blanket, eating some fucking sausage crackers with stone ground mustard. That's a good time. Some saltines and butter. Chubby little. I'm still a chubby little goblin boy. But I wouldn't recommend that for health reasons, but I'm sure it was tasty. Oh yeah. There's Piz in the house. What's up, Piz? I'm repping the brand tonight. Happy birthday, man. I believe you turned 21. Happy birthday, bro. I hope it was a good one. And I appreciate the kind words. Somebody called it scuffed earlier. I don't agree with that at all. This is definitive. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's a Christmas thing, the kits. I've never heard of Swiss Colony. I might look into it though. We're getting a lot of Swiss Colony love, so I'll look into it. I bet they're expensive though, aren't they? Those kits can be expensive, dude. Childhood charcuterie. Yeah, happy 22nd. Oh, my bad. 23rd. All right. Let's move on to the next one. What should it be? Here's another big one. Throw chicken nuggies out here. And I mean, this could be, we'll just say this is frozen chicken. This could be chicken tenders. It could be chicken fries, chicken rings, chicken nuggets, dinosaur shapes. I mean, you've got a lot of choices. And it varies a little bit, but I'm interested to see where this will go. I think it'll go pretty high, right? I agree. We're not fucking around. We're not throwing out claims. This is science. Is aging backwards. A tier, put it on a sandwich. Yeah, you could also go with the Tyson chicken patty. That was a staple growing up. I ate so many chicken patty sandwiches with mayonnaise on white bread. It's not even funny. That's always a good choice. I mean, Tyson is hit or miss lately. They're anytizers though. That's usually what I get. I get the White Castle spicy chicken rings. Those are the shit. Or I get the Tyson anytizer boneless nuggets. Those are my two kind of go-tos. Most people probably do, man. It's a staple. Bog had them tonight. These have to go in S tier. I know S tier is getting big. I think that does really say something about us, but yeah. This is another easy one. Ooh, Matt's saying A or B though. Gotta warm them up. Depending on level of effort. I don't know, man, because you're putting a lot more effort into ghetto nachos than you are frozen chicken. So I don't know if that holds up. I mean, we can't put it in A, dude. We cannot put it next to bagel bites. Chicken nuggets. I think that bagel bites being an A has lessened the A tier. I'm just saying. A, but can be swayed to S. A tier. I mean, they're good, man. A little secret too. If you get the B-dub sauce from Walmart or whatever and toss them, it's not exact, but it's pretty close. It's not far from being just like a kind of fast casual sit down wing if you get the right sauce. Little drier. You can tell they were frozen, but it's good. We are getting a lot of A's. I agree with that, but we might revisit. I mean, these are locked in. We went through the science and we worked out the math. But we might revisit things here and there. But yeah, we got a lot of A's, a lot of B's, a lot of S's, so I think it's got to go in A. I personally probably would have put it into S tier. It's kind of bugging me that this is a transparent image and none of the other ones are. We'll stretch it out to be more square. No. Yeah, we'll put it in A. Slightly on top of Bagel Bites because I don't want to see it there. Maybe I'll slowly cover it up. People are turning on. Hey man, if we get enough people turning on Bagel Bites, we will move it. Alright, next. I'll throw another weird one at you. This is another one that's, I don't know how common it is. Probably pretty common, but I don't know if a lot of people think about it. But this one's near and dear to my heart because it was just, you always had the ingredients. As opposed to cheese crackers, which is a savory treat. This is a little sweet treat. A little dessert. Cinnamon toast. I love cinnamon toast. The more butter you put on it, the better. Because the more butter you put on it, the more sugar and cinnamon you can put on it. And it all mixes and becomes like its own thing. And it's delicious. S. C tier or B? Or just C? Ben? Bro, you gotta try some cinnamon toast. You love cinnamon toast crunch, man. You're a shoe-in to like cinnamon toast. Trust me. And again, don't be shy with the butter. And put plenty of sugar on it. However much cinnamon you like. By the time you walk from the counter to the couch, it'll have like melded into like a sweet, like sticky paste that's on the bread. Paste's not a good word, but I don't know a good word for it, but it's very good. It's a delicious late night snack. It's a sleeper. Not a lot of people bring it up. It's kind of like cheese crackers. I don't think that gets brought up a lot. Maybe it does a little more, but you never hear about cinnamon toast. Talking about effort factor, yeah, it's super easy to make. Yeah, I know, right? And it's still got a C. I think that was a little bit on me, though. I think I was fighting for it, and I caused us to split the difference a little. Because the dip thing. I think the dip thing is the only reason it got to C. Because if you remove the ranch, nobody wants it really, you know? Unless it's all you have. I vaguely remember, I remember cinnamon sugar being packaged together. I don't know if I remember a line. Cinnamon sweet butter from Texas Roadhouse on those rolls. It is pretty good. Well, one thing about me is that I don't like white bread. I kind of think it's garbage. I eat oat nut or wheat berry. It's kind of like health food a little bit, I guess. But like, especially with oat nut bread is kind of similar to white bread, just in it's like texture and flavor. The difference is it's not just like garbage sugar cake. So I usually try to get oat nut. Yeah, cinnamon toast, baby. It's good shit. Cheap white bread. I mean, that's most people's thing, and I get it. It's kind of going back to like the Totinos, man. You grew up with it. I've always kind of hated white bread. Even when I was a kid, I knew it wasn't. I think it's because my grandmother gave us wheat berry. That's all she got. And so I had that comparison and was like, this wheat berry bread is like way fucking better. It was moister. It was softer. It had like texture in it. It's not like wheat bread where it just kind of tastes like health. It actually tastes good. I mean, some nights you are, bro. If that's all you've got, or you're like watching your weight or whatever, it's but no, it's not great. And like I said, it's getting carried by ranch. I think that's why it ended up in C. Like, C tier is basically just ranch right now. Breakfast burritos did not make the list, but it is in a cat. Oh, hold on. We never finished cinnamon toast crunch or cinnamon toast. Where did we, has people been throwing out C's and B's, man? We got C's, B's, and S's. And I'm a strong S. I have a love for cinnamon toast. But since we're getting a little bit of mixed, I'll come down a little bit, I guess. We'll put it in A. Hold on, we'll put it right here in A. That open slot right there. There's our A tier. But we do have a breakfast burrito adjacent category. And that is non-pizza frozen finger foods. I know that's a little bit of a broad category. But like I said, I have other tier lists to do in the future. We could revisit that and really narrow it down. But I think for the sake of time, because I mean, we've already been going an hour 40, guys. We could be here for months if we started breaking down individuals. So I just separated like finger food kind of frozen stuff into pizza flavored ones and non-pizza flavored. That's good, right? That's a good thing to do. A good way to do it. S tier. Thank you. That's I strategically placed that cinnamon toast. I mean, this stream, man, is gonna cause some overeating tonight. I'm probably gonna cook a frozen pizza. I got that Deadpool chimichanga pizza. I'm probably gonna cook it after this and eat it. I probably won't be too proud either, brother. We got an A tier. We got a suggestion to dip it in pink gelatin. If you haven't had taquitos, if that's what you're saying, highly recommend them. They're good. Get you some sour cream on this side and some hot sauce. Real good. Even the basic ones. Like if you even just get like the beef taquitos, they're fucking delicious. But I mean, like I said, this is a non-pizza frozen finger foods. So, I mean, I know a frozen burrito is not a finger food, but we'll lump that in there. Frozen burritos, cheese sticks, taquitos, whatever. We got all night or 5 hours, because that's my like time limit on this streaming service thing. So basically all night. Good hour 40. I appreciate it, man. I've had fun. S tier, based on how often. Fish sticks. Fish sticks is in here, man. Fish sticks is easily a non-pizza frozen finger food. And that's where you got to debate. This is a big category. This has a lot of ups and downs. If you get some garbage, it could belong in D tier. But if you get fucking fish sticks, I mean, that could be argued to be an S. So we kind of gotta figure this out a little bit. I mean, were you having the minced fish? Because that's the big differentiator. If you were having the minced fish sticks, it's a whole different thing than the full white fillets. Air fryer is the only way to go with most frozen food now. Air fryer was a game changer. Pizza rolls, chicken nuggets, French fries, all got astronomically better with the introduction of the air fryer. Where you're sticking that fish, hopefully, in some tartar sauce. Fish patties. I don't know if I've ever had that, but you never know, man. C, we got a C. We got Swaggy. Swaggy's in the house. What's up, brother? Matt's going after the Gordon Fisherman. All right, I've seen a couple of S tiers, a couple of C's. I think maybe this shouldn't have been such a broad category. This is probably the broadest category. You could say that's a mistake on my part. But again, though, like, let's say we're not judging fish sticks with this category, or taquitos, or breakfast burritos. Of these, you pick yours. Like, Dan, you love breakfast burritos. That's what this is. Ben, you love fish sticks. That's what this is. Where would you put that? I think that's the way to go about this, so that it's not a bunch of Like, you know, words are hard. Ooh, long legs. I've been hearing a lot of good things about long legs. Dan's reviewing it Wednesday on Flesh Wound Features. All right. We're just going to stick it in this. We got to. This is the broad category. That's my bad. I should have thought that out better, maybe. Because, of course, if you pick your favorite frozen food, you're going to put it in S. But that's what we're going to do. It's okay, guys. I'm sorry. We'll go with a very common one next. I would say right next to frozen pizza in regards to one of the more common late night snacks. Popcorn. Where do we think popcorn goes? Sorry, guys. I'm feeling it too. I'm thinking about that pizza in the back of my head. Yeah. I mean, taquitos are definitely S tier. Fish sticks, for me, would be like A tier. If they're the good kind. Breakfast burrito, like frozen burritos, that would be like A or B depending on the brand. I was worried about this one. We got some splits. We got a C, and then the very next one's an S. The kernels get stuck in your teeth. Dan with the hot take, he would go E. That was a wise choice, Matt. They cover everything. Great bunch of guys. One of my favorite channels on YouTube. B or A. A or S. Caramel corn? Okay. Should caramel corn be lumped in with popcorn? And for that matter, should like cheesy popcorn and just flavored popcorns in general be added to popcorn? B or C? I agree with that. I'm thinking C personally. We got a lot of love for it. We got a lot of hate, so we might have to end up split in the middle. But I think that popcorn is slightly overrated. I think somehow it got worked into the movie theater system, and then somebody created a way to bag it up and make it super easy to make in the microwave. And I think it is a food of convenience. Which, I mean, all these foods are kind of, but I don't think it holds up to like a bag of Doritos. You don't even have to heat that up. You open it and it's delicious already. So I would put it next to veggies if I'm being honest. Cracker Jacks too, but it's woke now. Oh, because they named them Cracker Jills for a minute. The world is so weird, man. Reg popcorn, B or C. Burnt popcorn smells good though. And the little burnt popcorn kernels, they're good. You can fucking bite into them. They taste good. I don't know if that's weird or not. I do feel like we're spending too much time on popcorn though, so I'm gonna make the decision to put it in B. We had some S's and some A arguments. We also had a lot of B, C's, and D's. I think we even had an E. I think it belongs in C, but we'll put it in B next to Frozen, TV dinner, and ramen noodles. Yeah, I mean, it just tastes like salt and fake butter. I mean, it's good when it's good. Sometimes it is what you want, but if you set a bowl of popcorn and a bag of Doritos next to me, every time I'm going for the Doritos. Like, every time. Well, I apologize for its placement. We had a lot of, like, we even had an E, we had a C, a few B's. Now, if they would just make Cool Ranch popcorn, then maybe we're talking. Why haven't they done that? Do they sell, for a little bit they were selling Cool Ranch seasoning, weren't they? Like Doritos brand seasoning. I wonder if anybody was smart enough to put that shit on popcorn. That might put popcorn in a different tier. I mean, we can't debate that because it doesn't exist. But Cool Ranch popcorn would probably be pretty fucking good. You could probably put Cool Ranch seasoning on cardboard and it would suddenly become at least A tier. Yeah, true. But like fucking, even just like plain ass Lay's, I think I would still pick like plain, not like wavy Lay's. I would pick them every time over popcorn. But yeah, you're not right. That's an unbalanced comparison. So I'll just go with like, yeah, Lay's. Even Lay's I would pick over. If only that was a thing. Was that a thing at one time? If it is, I missed it. And that's a shame. I mean, it's a good idea. Okay, yeah, they do have it. Okay. I love French onion dip, dude. If you're talking potato chips, French onion dip is like, it elevates it to another fucking galaxy, man. That's a completely different thing than just chips. French onion dip is very delicious. Especially if you get the fucking, like, buy sour cream and get the French onion dip mix. That's the way to do it. Alright, where are we at? 1, 2. We've got 2 left. And they're pretty big ones. Which one should we drop first? We'll go with this one French fries. French fries is its own thing, separate from the non-pizza flavored frozen food items. Even though it could fit there, it's too iconic, so it gets its own individual spot. And I think we know where they're going, but I had to throw it out there. And just for a spontaneous idea, imagine French fries with French onion dip. That would probably be fucking awesome. Pretzels are lumped into chips. And like I said, man, I did that for time and for because I plan to do more tier lists. And if I do like a chips tier list, then we'll get into that. Which of the chips are better. So this will be like this is the launch point for, because I plan on doing not just food tier lists. I'll probably do some movie tier lists, random shit. Speak of the devil, this guy might be a guest on one. I might have guests occasionally. What's up, Jay? But yeah, when I do food, all these little subcategories will get fleshed out later. So don't worry about that. We got time. But tonight we're just trying to put together the late night snacks in the best categories we can until you get to something like French fries, which needs its own category. So yeah. S tier. S tier. Fuck them veggies, man. Yeah, this one's I think the last two are no-brainers. And this is definitely a no-brainer. French fries. Go straight to S. The question is, what do you use? Do you use ketchup? Ranch? I use mayonnaise because I'm a fucking maniac. I love mayonnaise. I agree. So would a frozen pizza tier list? Frozen dinner tier list? I mean, we could even do French fry brands. Maybe that's way later when I start getting desperate, but yeah. Just like beat me to it, man. Snack-averse. I said mayo, man. Because mayo is the base of all that fucking sauce you love at fucking McDonald's and Zaxby's and Raising Cane's and sometimes even Taco Bell. That's mayonnaise, man. They're making aiolis out of mayonnaise. You can throw anything in mayonnaise and it becomes an aioli and it's fucking awesome. So yeah, I love mayonnaise. I found that out when I was on the keto diet for a short period of time. And with keto, you're supposed to eat like fat to replace carbs. So like eating mayonnaise and butter and shit is like on deck. That's what they tell you to do. And I got into the habit of dipping celery in mayonnaise. And like broccoli and shit, raw broccoli. And since then, man, I've been all about mayonnaise. Mayonnaise on fries is fucking delicious. I've said this before somewhere, but I think if you mix mayonnaise, you can do half and half mayonnaise and mustard. Put a little cracked pepper, a couple dashes of hot sauce in there. It's the best fry sauce you'll ever eat. chewy. No, man. Barbecue's a contender. Barbecue's good too. Sometimes I like to mix barbecue and ranch together. That's good. Beer battered and seasoned. A good just crinkle cut is good sometimes, depending on the brand. But definitely, like, if you throw in a curly or a seasoned fry, that's a step up. Poutine. I've never had legit poutine. I've had like a close facsimile, but I've never actually had legit poutine. I don't understand why that's not a thing in America. It's one of the most American sounding things ever, and we don't have it here anywhere. Exactly. Mayo, mustard, mayonnaise. Mayo-stard. That's the one to go with. Mayo-stard. That's the one. Yeah, it's like fancy sauce from Step Brothers. Yeah, we're all feeling it at this point, Swaggy. Sorry. I'm doing my part to drive the obesity industry. All right, last one, guys. It took just over 2 hours. This one's gonna be a shoe-in too. A little bit anticlimactic. I just kind of picked them at random. But it's an important one. It is snack cakes. This could be... Oh, hold on. I messed up my size there. Alright. This can be Ho-Ho's, Little Debbie's, fucking Twinkies. I think we all know where this is going. Yeah, dude, you can't get it anywhere. If you want it, you've got to get the ingredients at the grocery store, which doesn't sound hard until you realize that, like, the cheese that you use for poutine is like a very specific type of cheese. They're like these balls of like white cheddar, and like you can't get that. So you've got to get, like, if you can find white cheddar, you've got to get a block and like tear it, but I don't think it's the same as the like exact cheese they use. It's very frustrating, man. They just need to open like or one of these fast food places needs to get on the poutine train and give people an option so they can try it and make like it doesn't have to be the best, but just like a decent poutine so us fat Americans can try it, because we're gonna love cheese and gravy on fries. That's a given. A tier. I was thinking everybody was gonna unanimously say S. Got a fucking moth flying around me. I don't know if you can see that. Cream pies are included, man. Sponge. I haven't had a Twinkie in a minute. I think the last Twinkie I had was like a chocolate Twinkie, and it was good. But it's been a minute since I've had a Twinkie. Calling a Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho. Swiss cake rolls. Does anybody unroll the Swiss cake rolls and eat them like that? Or am I the only weirdo who does that? We're getting a lot of A's. That's surprising, man. Christmas tree cakes, one of the best. Sponge is like really good. Yeah, they pretty much have all the makings, I think. It seems like they would throw like at least some of the like deep fried cheese curds on some, put some gravy on it. Culver's is the shit. All right, so I'm not gonna disagree with you here. We're all pretty much saying if this was the 90s, it would be S tier. But every snack cake has shrank down to a quarter of the size it used to be. Dude, I'm not even joking right now. I got Star Crunches the other day. And they trick you, man. If you buy a normal box of Star Crunches, no shit, they're the size of like a silver dollar. But they have a box, it's called like maybe family size or super size, and it looks like the box is bigger, but it doesn't say anything about the Star Crunches are getting that. Hold on. It doesn't say that the Star Crunches are bigger, but they are, and they're still not as big because Star Crunches used to be huge, right? That was like the bang for your buck. If you can buy a snack cake, get a Star Crunch because it's so fucking huge and dense. Now they're like, I mean, they're still a decent size. They're not as big as they were, but if you buy the normal looking box, I swear you get them, they're like fucking this. I was so pissed. People need to know, man. Are Suzy Q's the like the 2 chocolate logs with the cream inside? Like a sandwich, like an ice cream sandwich looking cake? I think that's what a Suzy Q is, right? Hostess pies, turtle pies, man. And they're hard to find. I think Tasty Cakes make them, but they're not the same. The old school, like garbage Hostess pies with the pudding inside and the glaze. You can't get those anymore, dude. Yeah, breakfast burritos, everything's shrunk. Beef jerky. Star that. I'll tell you what, man. I've got I've got 11 starred comments with suggestions. We'll have a part 2 eventually. I'll compile all of these. I'll save this list as is, and we'll revisit the topic. Because I agree, beef jerky belongs on here. Slim Jims. We had a lot of, like, we had some oddball suggestions, like peanut butter on a spoon. We had grilled cheese versus just a sandwich, like a panini versus a sandwich, kinda. We had chips and salsa, which I think you could argue is different than chips. So we'll come back to this. I'll throw some more on there. We'll flesh it out more. But for tonight, this is what we got. Edamame. I'll star it and stuff, but that's dangerously close to veggies, man. I mean, I guess it's different a little because it's not like a dipping situation. You're kind of like, it's almost like on par with a peanut, which also isn't on here. Bean dip. You could argue that bean dip would be chips and salsa adjacent. Or, like, what are you dipping the bean dip in? This is a deep subject. We need to get into it. Boiled peanuts. A second one for boiled peanuts. Yeah, I think with all this talk of like peanuts, corn nuts, I think we need to have a nuts. Edamame. We need to have a nuts category. We'll throw that on there. Hard candy. And like with snack cakes, I could see us separating cookies from that. That's a pretty easy distinction to make. We'll get nuts, man. Oh yeah, Chewy. I hope you're all right out there. Stay safe, man. That would go into nuts, I think. But yeah, for right now, this is what it is. I'm up to 15 starred comments here with suggestions. So, I will be screenshotting these messages. I'll go through it, pick some out, maybe make some new categories, and we'll have a night 2 of this. That's a good one. Yeah. Cheese roll-ups, but also ghetto quesadillas, man. I used to make ghetto quesadillas all the time where you just drop a tortilla in a butter pan, sprinkle cheese on it, and then when it's melted, you fold that bitch. I used to eat that all the time. Again, I'm driving the obesity industry tonight. The veggies stand alone. It is kind of crazy how everything is being up except for veggies. I didn't expect that. Like, I totally expected a few of them to go to a D tier, or at least. They got some pretty high rankings. For some reason, I don't see it on here, but there was something earlier that rubbed me the wrong way. Thank you. I'm glad y'all had fun. I had fun too. I'm gonna try to make this a more regular thing. I'm real antsy about streaming alone, but I'm trying to get over that so I can do this kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll knock some tier lists out for the posterity of future generations. Apologies for any pounds gained tonight. And Dr. Bills. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah. But let me go back to full screen here. I'm gonna save this so I don't forget. And I'm also gonna screenshot that before I get off so I don't forget. And then we're gonna call it a night. Save that. Let me pull my little screenshot thing out here. Take a screenshot. Sorry, I know this is the boring part, but I feel like if I just shut this down, I'll just like forget and walk off. So I'm going to do it while I'm on stream. All right, there it is, boys. I have the suggestions. I've saved the current tier list. And that's it. All right. Stop this music. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. And have a good one.